welcome back to another episode from Pale Horse Survival and Tactical. I'm Bill, and today I'm going to review the Benjamin XL 1100 Nitro 22 caliber pellet rifle. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back. Just took a few shots with this from about, I was out probably about 50 yards, I guess, and completely, I missed one shot, but all the other shots were dead on. Completely went right through this can. I mean, no problem. This thing has a lot of power. You can see all the entrance wounds on this side. Then right out the back side. I mean, it was hitting this can at such a velocity that it was just passing through, and several of them, as you could see previously, and didn't even knock the can off. But Overall, I like the rifle. It's extremely well made. Benjamin is the top shelf brand of Crosman, just like Lexus is a top shelf brand of Toyota. And I've heard reviews, people complaining that the rifle isn't accurate, or that, they don't like the scope. This is a center point 40 millimeter. I don't have a problem with it. It's in my opinion, it's a pretty decent scope. The rifle overall is very well made. The only thing I don't like about it is it's a beast of an air rifle. It's pretty heavy. It's almost 9 pounds. Pretty hefty. I don't think I'd want to lug this rifle around all day. I really love my Benjamin 392. I've done a review on that. You can find that on my channel here. And that one weighs in, I think, at 5 or 5.5 pounds, something like that. And this one's a beast. It's got a lot of power. 22 caliber. It's a break barrel. Nitro piston. Really don't have any complaints about it other than the weight. And it seems to be very accurate. What a lot of people do when they purchase an air rifle, they take it out of the box, they go out and try and shoot it, and then complain that it's not accurate. Well, what I've found and this is my personal rifle, along with the other two, the Benjamin 392 and the Crosman 1322, that I've done reviews on here on my channel. What I've found when I take them out of the box, I go around the firearm and I tighten up all the fasteners. There's fasteners on the sides here. Have your trigger group. There's fasteners, and there's also a bolt. There's a pivot screw here on the brake barrel. What you want to do, you want to go around and you want to tighten everything up. Invariably, it's been my experience that you're going to find a few fasteners that aren't properly torqued down, and as a result, if it's not tight, you're going to have components of the gun moving around in the stock, and that's going to throw the accuracy way off, just like having your scope loose. So go around, tighten it up. It's really wet out here. Got a little dew on my gun. Tighten everything up, and also when they mill these barrels, when they machine the rifling into the barrels, they don't clean the barrels out. So there's iron filings, there's gunk inside the barrel. So open up the action and run a very small brass brush through there. You put a piece of white paper down below on the floor where you're working, where everything is going to fall through the barrel. You'll be amazed at what you'll get out of there on a new gun. And then run clean patches through. Don't run solvent through there. I'm going to show you why. And this thing takes quite a bit of caulking effort. It's not too bad for me, but the way you do it, you hit the top of the barrel, it'll open. I've got the butt on my boot down here, and then just bring it down until it clicks. That's going to open up the action. Make sure the gun is on safe. That's off safe. That's on safe. You never want to dry fire a Springer or a nitro piston. You dry fire it, you're going to destroy your firearm. A pneumatic pumper, you can dry fire those, it won't harm them. But you open up the action, point the barrel down to the floor, and run your brass brush down. Give it a nice light scrubbing. Don't force a big brush in there, but just one that'll fit in there comfortably. And then run dry patches through. Keep going until it's nice and clean. And like I said, if you put a piece of white paper down underneath on the floor, you'd be amazed what will come out of that new barrel. Do not use solvent. Hops gun cleaning solvent, even the oil, it contains detergents. What happens is, you see that seal? That's your breech seal right here. If you use a detergent oil or you use the gun cleaning solvent, which there's no need to because there's no powder fouling in these, if you use that, it's gonna compromise your seal here, and you're gonna wind up with an air leak. It's not going to seal right to the chamber, and there's going to be a significant loss in power. Same thing on a pneumatic pump, where you want to use silicone-based oils. The pail gun oils are good. You can buy larger quantities off eBay. They're silicone-based oils, and they're very friendly to the rubber seals on the valve and your pump cup. So just a little tip for you guys there, but never dry fire these. Other than that, it's I'm pretty happy with it. To be perfectly honest, I enjoy my Benjamin 392 and my Crossman 1322 more. It's probably because I grew up with pneumatic pumpers. I was new to these brake barrels, and took a little while to get used to. I've tried, they say you're supposed to use an artillery hold with these. I've tried artillery holds. It does well with that. I've also gripped the forearm with a standard grip, and it seems to do okay with that way too. So I guess that's just kind of a matter of personal preference, whatever happens to work. But I'm a big advocate of pellet rifles for survival. They're number one, you can get these, no paperwork involved. So they haven't started regulating these. Not everywhere. Some areas they have, but not everywhere. They will eventually. And I advise everybody, if you haven't already, I would definitely advise you to go out and get a good 22 caliber pellet rifle. Ammunition is very cheap. You can get a tin of 500 pellets for about $6. There's 500 rounds right here. Here's another 500 rounds. It's 1,000 rounds in my breast pocket there. About $12 worth of ammo. Ammo gets wet, still fine. Still going to work perfectly. Pellet rifles are relatively quiet as opposed to powder burners. They're not going to give away your position in a collapse scenario, grid down, societal collapse, whatever. There's going to be a lot of unprepared, starving people out there, and something like this will keep food in your stomach. It'll take everything from turkey down to squirrel. And in a survival situation, small game is always more plentiful than large game. The tins are metal, just like an Altoids tin. So when these tins are empty, they have a variety of bushcrafting uses. You can use them to char natural materials for fire-making purposes. You can make charcoal in these for medicinal purposes and fire-making purposes. You can render pine pitch down into pine sap down into pine pitch. You can make pine pitch glue. You can make a pine pitch bushcraft candle out of this. You can make a tallow candle. There's a variety of uses for these tins. Everything you can do with an Altoids tin, you can do with one of these. So when the tins are empty, they do have a use. That's pretty much it. I can't really think of anything else to say. It's a beast of a gun. It's about, I think it's 48 inches long or 46. It's a little bit bigger than I personally prefer. If I was going to grab two firearms on my way, if I was going to grab one firearm rather on my way out the door in a bug out scenario, and if I had this one and the Benjamin 392 sitting next to each other, I'd take my Benjamin 392. Again, it's just the one. It's very simplistic platform. The platform's been around for 70 plus years. It's tried and true, and it's remained basically unchanged during that amount of time. So that says a lot. Not that I have anything against this particular gun, but it's a beast. I mean, this thing's heavy. My arm's getting tired sitting here holding this. The Benjamin's nice and short. I would rather carry the Benjamin around in a survival situation than carry this beast. I mean, this thing it's a heavy gun. It takes a fair amount of cocking pressure. I think it's 32 pounds or something like that. And again, I don't have a problem cocking it. Older folks or young shooters would probably have a lot of trouble shooting something like this, cocking it and holding this on target. It's very well made. I don't have a problem with the quality. It's just a beast of a gun. It's got a kick to it. It kicks probably, I would say the recoil is probably similar to a 30-06, and I'm not embellishing with that at all. This thing has a recoil to it, pretty significant recoil, which doesn't bother me none. That's not a complaint. But it does come with the the sling mounts here, which is a nice touch. It says Benjamin on the bottom. That's all engraved. I mean, it's a nice firearm. I paid close to $300 for this quite a ways back, and I'm not dissatisfied with the purchase. It's again, it's good quality. It's very accurate. When you clean the barrel, though, that's one of the main things, is to clean that barrel out. I've read a lot of reviews, guys saying, "Oh, it's not accurate, I'm taking it back." Well, the barrels come from the factory full of gunk and iron filings when they machine the rifling in, so they do need to be cleaned and tighten all the fasteners up. They do have a break-in period. I don't think I've shot. They say usually it's 300 to 500 pellets or something like that to break these in to where they settle down. This thing was accurate for me right out of the box. I haven't had a problem with the accuracy at all. I was shooting the bottom out of cat food cans at 50 yards consistently every shot. Blew the bottoms out. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you're into nitro pistons and you don't mind the weight, I highly recommend this as far as quality. You want something a little bit lighter. I don't mind pumping. Check out my channel, the review I did on my Benjamin 392 pneumatic. And then if you want something very small that you can stick in a bug out bag that weighs about 2 pounds, Craftsman 1322 is a pretty decent small game getter at close range and very lightweight. I have mine with the carbine stock. You can find that video on my channel. Anyways, guys, stay tuned to my channel. I'm going to have more time coming up here shortly, so I'm going to be doing a lot more videos covering a wide range of subjects. My schedule is going to open up significantly, and I'm going to be out in the woods a lot more, so I'm really looking forward to this year. It's going to be a great year. Please like, subscribe, and share. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did making it for you. And I'll see you guys all very soon on the next one. Everybody take care and have a super day. Bye-bye.